Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 16th to the 31st, 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Gemini. October 16th to the 31st, 2021 Gemini, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Oh, goodness. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Hangman, so we don't see things the same way as everyone else. And we have the Tower. Divinity is pushing us way out of our comfort zone. And it's going to be a challenge. And you know what? It's going to be okay. We're going to think it's not going to be okay. We're going to sit there and kind of make things into a bit of a Greek drama in our heads, the gnashing of the teeth, the pulling of the hair type of big production going on. Just think of reading the Iliad or the Odyssey. And there's the sense here, though, of, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can get past the sirens. I can move it through the storms. The winds can work on my side. And there's this moving forward in our inner selves of the Seven of Fire, knowing when to fight and knowing when not to. We have the Goddess of Water, which is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The sense of if we have water sign energy within our natal chart, that's going to come through very powerfully in our inner self. But the sense of, what am I nurturing? What do I love? What have I been nurturing and caring for and loving for so long within me? Like, what is my power? Then we have the Sun. Now, the Sun is the equivalent of the High Priestess in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And so there is this sense of the veil being lifted from our eyes. We're seeing things so much more clearly, so much more openly, so much more honestly than we had before. It moves us to the Nine of Cups, a wish coming true. The Knight of Pentacles, we're slowly and steadily moving towards prosperity and bounty. This is not like a prosperity and bounty that's like a fast windfall and then nothing else. This is slowly and steadily building towards something extraordinary, slowly and steadily moving towards something powerful. It moves us then to our public arena self. We have the Empress coming into play. There is a sense, again, of what have we been nurturing. That comes through in the Goddess of Water, and it comes through here in the Empress. The Page of Swords, that's us. We're a student. Now, we could feel like, oh, I should be more than a student by this time. But it's like, no, being the student, gaining this understanding, learning, going deeper, asking the questions, pushing the envelope, that's exactly where we need to be. It moves us to the Three of Wands. It moves us to this place where, like, it's this place of, I can. It's this place of I have horizons. It's this place of I can move forward. Not this place of desperation and doubt and fear, which we have lived in for a really long time. It's starting to say, but I'm worth more than that. But I can embrace prosperity. But I can, find out what prosperity even means for me. It moves us to our energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. It's the Hermit. Now, it can be that we have to be mindful of Virgo energy. Yes, that could be a very, literal definition of this. But we have to be mindful of people who say they hold the answers because they are mysterious, who take everything in and don't share, don't connect. And we also have to be very mindful of this time. We're going to want to pull away. We're going to want to kind of step back and question, is it worth it? Am I moving forward the right way? Am I doing things the right way? Am I going to ever achieve what it is that I want to achieve? We can find ourselves getting so much in our own heads that we become what we have to battle against. So do be mindful of that. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. It's flexibility. Now, this is the sacral chakra. There's a need for us to be flexible. This is creativity. This is sensuality. Gemini, we need to be sensual. We need to be creative. That's kind of our thing. And then we have here this beauty of all the trauma and the drama from this life and from past lives. And it's odd to describe that as beauty, but it is. It's the sense of complexity. It's the sense of deeper insights. It's a sense of deeper ideas. And it's like, okay, where has this pain gotten me? And how do I embrace who I need to be, what I desire from my life, and what I want to achieve within my existence and within myself? We're not seeing things the same way as everybody else. And the fact of the matter is, Gemini, we might not have been seeing things the same way as everybody else for a really long time. We are breaking the mold. We are, going to the beat of our own drum. Are people going to comment on it? They always do. They always do. And when we try to fit in, when we try to be just like them, it's kind of like, have you ever watched the movie Birdcage? It's one of my absolute favorite movies. And Nathan Lane puts on a suit and he sits down and he has on pink socks. And he's like, what? Too much? Like, there needs to be a splash of color. That's how we feel. It's like, okay, we're dressed just like you. We're trying so hard to be just like you. But we need to have a splash of color. We need to have a splash of vibrance, of life, of beauty, of intensity. And people say, oh, it's too much. You're just not fitting in correctly. And that's not true. That's not true. And you'll actually see that when a Gemini starts to wither, it's when a Gemini tries to be someone that they are not. And this is a time for us to say, but this is me. And when we talk about money and career, and when we say, you don't see things the same way as everybody else, it can be that we can start to dabble with the idea of opening up our own business. Or it can be that we start to look at things in a very different way. And we start to say, well, why not go for that job? Why do I have to settle for this job? I'm going to go for that. Or, I'm not going to be treated like garbage anymore. I'm worth more. And it brings us to this tower. Something has changed. It has thrown us out of the place that we were comfortable with. And that place that we were comfortable with doesn't have to be a nice place. It was just a place that we were like, oh, okay, this is familiar. Okay, I know this. It's like better the devil you know kind of mentality. We are being thrown forward. We are looking at things with openness and with honesty and with the sense of, I've already been thrown out of the nest. I already landed and had to figure things out, and it hurt and it was overwhelming and I didn't know. But now I'm starting to know because everything is changing around me. I myself am changing around me. And there's a sense of, how do I gain my footing here? How do I gain this understanding? With the sun, I have to let this light in. The high priestess comes into play. The high priestess here is ruled by the sun, is guided by the sun. And this is a sense of the mysteries start to come to life. The heart is on the platter. The heart is connected to us. We are so much and yet nothing at the exact same time. And that might sound nihilistic, but it isn't. It is the fact that we are everything and we are powerful and we are insightful. And yet there are people in this world that will never even know we exist. And that's okay. There's beauty and there's mystery here. And we are seizing upon that beautiful mystery. We are stepping forward openly and honestly. And as we do so, we start to say, what am I seeing that others aren't bringing to the light? What is it that I know to be true that others are hiding away in the darkness? We see people for who they are, not for who they want us to see them as. We're believing for this time period in deeds rather than words. We want to see action. We want to see follow through. And it brings us to the queen, to the goddess of water. It brings us to nurturing something inside of us. And it doesn't have to be a child, though for some of us it may be. What it means is that we have this dream. We have this passion. We have this potential. We were born with it. It's been carried with us for many of us for lifetimes. How do we bring it forward now? How do we embrace it? How do we see it? How do we express it? How do we understand it? Where do we stand? Why do we stand here? What do we love? And the heart comes forward, and the heart says, I see you. Stop battling. There's going to be that innate instinct within us, Gemini, to say, I'm going to fight. People don't understand me, I'm going to fight. People don't see me, I'm going to fight. And that's our reaction as human beings. I'm going to fight. And divinity is saying, why? Why waste your energy on battles that won't change things, but will deplete you? This is a time where we start to say, what do I stand for? What do I want? What's important to me? What isn't important to me? Where do I need to be? Where do I want to be? Why do I want to be there? We ask ourselves these questions. We start to find out answers. Answers that mean more to us than we realized. Answers that start to guide us. And there's a serenity that comes over us during this time that people aren't going to get. And there are going to be these people, especially at work, especially when it comes to our passion, especially when it comes to what we want. There are going to be these little trolls that want to knock us down, that want to tell us how stupid we are, who want to, inform us that we could never because we're not as talented as they are or as this person. And that's great. We're not trying to be them. We're trying to be us. And we're taking our talents forward. And we have in our hearts the 9 of Cups, wishes, joys, success, sweetness like honey melting on our lips. There's beauty here. Take it. There's beauty within the heart. Open ourselves up to it. There's almost a sense of fear. It's kind of like if I open myself up to this, if I open myself up to this love, to this heart, to this passion, to this insight, to this intensity, what if it fails? What if it doesn't work out the way that I envisioned? What if everything falls apart? And the 9 of Cups comes into play and says, but what if you win? What if you don't succeed the way that you thought you would? What if the ascent isn't that grandeur that we all imagine in our minds? What if it's something softer? What if it's something gentler? What if it's something more progressive, more powerful for us? Because it lasts. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. And this is a slow, steady movement of success. This is laying down that solid foundation. This is making sure that it's sturdy. This is letting the cement dry. If you ever watch I was watching this home design show, and it was really, really cool. It was these people out on the island of Skye, and they were laying down they were building this really amazing home, and they were laying down the cement. And in the Isle of Skye, apparently it rains all the time. And so this one guy said, we have this new cement that dries even in the rain. That takes such a shorter time. And that's what we're seeing here. It's like we're laying down the cement, but it doesn't need to take forever to dry. It doesn't need to be absolutely, shielded away. And that's going to be us during this time. We can stand the rain a bit. We can stand the pain a bit. Now I say a bit because we don't want to really delve into it, because it can absolutely take us up and push us in a direction that we don't want to go. So do be mindful of that. The Knight of Pentacles is slowly and steadily moving towards success. Is this fast? Not at all. Is this going to be annoying? Absolutely. We're going to want to be there yesterday. I mean, we would like to be there before yesterday if we could have. But here, there is this sense of slowly moving towards what we desire, what we want, what we need, what's important to us, where we want to be in our lives. And it brings us to the Empress. It brings us to this place of prosperity and success. It brings us once again to this place of nurturing that which is inside of us. Our creative potential, our ideas, our, innovations, our commitment to whatever it is. We're starting to bring it out. This is a time where we say, you know what, why not try? If not now, then when? If not me, then who? Why not try? And it moves us to the Page of Swords. It moves us to being a student of our words, to being a student of our mind, to being a student of what we want and what we need and what we see and where it is that we want to be. We're not going to have all the answers. We're going to have 1,000,010 questions. Excuse me. But those questions are going to be powerful. Those questions are going to start opening doors that we didn't realize we had closed or that were closed. It's going to start leading us forward in a way that we didn't realize we wanted to go. And the Three of Wands comes in, and there's a new horizon here. There's a new passion here. There's a new power here. Embrace it. Move forward within it. Let it be a part of you. Let it guide you. Let it see you. Let it understand you. And let you understand it. Now's the time for an adventure. Now's the time to look at things career-wise and say, why not? Why not do something on the side? Why not open up the door? Now, if we're dog dead tired when we come home from work and we're thinking this sounds like a nice fairy tale, Dane, but that's not ever going to happen. It's carving out little bits of time. It's making it so that your dreams matter. And it's saying that I matter as I stand here. And that's going to be the game changer. The game changer is your ferocity. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's Pisces energy. It's fear. It's getting too much in our own heads. It's our subconscious wanting one thing. It's our conscious wanting the other. And it's us psyching ourselves out. Don't do it. There's beauty within the power of the moon. There's beauty within the shadows. It's harder to see, absolutely. But does it mean it's not there? No. We're going to start to realize that the shadows, the monsters, the demons that we see in the darkness, well, they're not the only things that are there. The shadows and the demons and the monsters, well, they're the trees and the bushes. The energy that's around us when no one's looking. We start to connect with it. We start to see it. We start to move ourselves forward towards more. And we start to use our fear not as a defining I can't, but as an I'll be damned if you hold me back. Our subconscious chakra energy is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is being protected. This is being loved and cared for and nourished. This is our angels wrapping their wings around us, saying, I'm here for you. And I will always be here for you. And that's a powerful thing. We need to embrace that connection. It then moves us to our subconscious rooted energy. And that's the star, Aquarius energy. It's our dreams coming forward. We have the minor arcana star card with the 9 of cups. Here we have the major arcana star card. It's our dreams. It's the balance of our dreams. It's the insight. It's what we need, not necessarily what we want. And it's the beauty to guide us forward. It's the beauty to embrace our hearts. It's the beauty to be seen, to understand, to laugh, and to embrace. It's that very moment when you send like a wish out into the world and you have every hope, every connection that it will come true. That's what the star is at our root. It's something beautiful being sent out. It moves us to our inner self. It's the 3 of air, our heartbreak and our pain and our disappointment. This has defined us for too long. Now we're flying against it. Now we're flying from it. Now we're starting to embrace our words and our desires and our insights and our thoughts. We're starting to see how that pain, it has been us for too long. The 3 of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is the person stabbed 3 times. It's the heart stabbed 3 times. It is the broken heart. It is the despair. It's the hurt. It's the pain. The 3 of Swords here is taking that pain and taking flight and saying there's so much more here than meets the eye. It leads us to our subconscious emotional self. And that's the Ace of Pentacles. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, hands us a gift of prosperity, success, bounty, seeds to be planted, and we're taking it, which is brilliant. We're taking it here in the most real, powerful, and intense way. This is a time for a new chapter to start. This is a time to walk through that door and say, I'm here. To say, I'm ready. I'm ready for what comes next. And it's for some reason, it's a different game than the one that we have been playing before. It moves us to our subconscious public arena self. And that's justice. This is Libra energy. But it's being discerning. It's not saying I have to be just to everybody. I have to, get everything just right. It's saying I need to be discerning. I need to know what energy is right for me and what energy isn't, what people I want in my life and what people I don't, how I need to move forward and where I need to walk away from things. That's going to be powerful. And that's going to be a game changer here. To be just to ourselves, to have things be balanced, and to embrace that balance. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the beautiful thing that we are bringing forward into the world. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini.